Hello and welcome to another episode of
I was just pointing at the camera.
Streaming Without a Paddle. I'm one of your hosts, Andrew.
And I'm your other host, Ted.
This week, Ted and I took on the Netflix series. There we go. But it's a thriller series. And it's that time of the year. And it's called Wayward. It's 8 episodes, and each episode runs about 45 minutes in length. And you go. That's what I can tell you.
Yeah.
That's all I can tell you for now.
You want me to break it down?
Well, you want to break it down, or do you want to do the cast?
I want you to do the cast.
All right, well, I can probably do this one. It's Mae Martin, Sydney Topliff. I hope I got that right. Toni Collette. Alava, Anya Lind. I didn't practice these, so I'm winging it. Sarah Gadden, Brandon J. McLaren, and
That's about it.
Yeah, Tawana Jones. She comes in the last few episodes pretty strong, and so does Milton Torres. Laura, he does too. So, but other than that, and of course Patrick J. Adams. You'll know him from Suits. Plays Ross.
I won't know him from Suits.
Apparently, there was a little I don't want to say backlash, but he caught a little flack for doing this series.
Why?
But I don't know. He's only in 2 episodes, first 2.
Yeah. Wait. Which one? Is he the guy with the long hair?
He was the principal.
Oh,
No,
the
he was the
principal.
principal. Yeah, he was the high school principal.
Who is the kid with the long hair? In the first or second episode, that he's like, I thought you wanted to do blow, and she's like, no, we need to go get my friend back.
Yeah, no, I don't know who that was.
Yeah.
I don't know. Now, this series, it really focuses around Mae Martin's character and Toni Collette's character. Mae Martin is a Canadian comedian. Ted and I were just talking about that before. He had a hard time recognizing them. Mm-hmm. Got that right. And I'm trying to remember what series Toni Collette's in right now. It's a sitcom, I think. It's got
What?
Yeah, let me. Well, you tell everybody what this is about.
It's about Laura and Alex are having a baby, and Alex is Mae Martin's character is a cop that has been lost their job. And so they're going to move to this small town in Vermont where Laura, Sarah Gadden, went to high school at a school for troubled teens. Now, the school is still there, and it is run by Toni Collette's Evelyn Wade. And Abby and Leah, they keep getting in trouble in their small town, and they send... Do they send Abby first or Leah? They send Leah first. No, Leah gets caught.
Yeah,
They send Abby to this school, and Leah, being her best friend, goes to the school, and they take her in and all that stuff, and then they try to get out. That's the series. They're trying to get away from this weird school where it's very cult-like, and it's very, I was into this from minute one. I was into it.
you are minimizing the very cult-like.
It's very cult-like. You know what I always think when I watch these shows? And I guess it's because I was a fully grown adult at 15. Like, I walked into high school at like 6'1", 215. Any single one of those men that were supposed to be security that grabbed a hold of me, I would have broken half in 2 seconds. But do you ever notice they don't cast guys that look like that? The males are always like the skinny, tall. It's like, yeah, because you can handle them. Like,
all right, I'm going to translate that for our producer, director, casting director, friends out there, listeners. Ted is saying, why in the hell are you not casting me for a high schooler
in 1999?
In that situation, because I can pull it off, and I'm going to break people in half.
Seriously, though, have you never thought that?
No. This is typically what I think when I watch something like this. Good pick, Ted. Good pick.
Is it? That's how you thought? Did you ever see that movie Bad Boys, but not the first one, the one with Sean Penn? where he gets sent to reform school in Chicago.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's a great movie.
Yeah.
It's like the first dramatic thing he did.
Yeah.
That's the only time they ever cast a bunch of big young dudes, where it was like you would like see a cop run in and it'd be like Clancy Brown.
Yeah.
But Clancy Brown at like 19, and you were like, oh, Clancy Brown is a big man.
That was, all right. Let's get it. I mean, let's just start breaking this thing down.
Okay.
All right. The acting in it, I nothing wrong with it.
I didn't believe a lot of what Mae Martin was saying. I could tell she was a comedian. I could tell, like that.
Or they.
I'm sorry. That's my bad. They grew on me towards the end. The last few episodes, I was like, all right. But like the first 4 or 5, I was like, I don't think you understand that there are stakes here, even though you created the show. Do you understand that?
I'm just going to go ahead and put this out there because, it's Ted and I can't speak for Ted. I can speak for me, okay? I didn't grow up as a generation in middle school and high school or even in college where, and I'm not saying this is a bad thing because I'm completely open with it. I get it. I understand it. That's fine. I have zero. Matter of fact, let's just say -10 problems with gender identity, okay? Because I'm just there. You know what? You who you think you are, that's great.
I agree.
That's great. I'm just, that's where I stand on this. Not that it matters one darn bit. All right. So, and I bring that up because Mae Martin is transgender.
Actually, I looked it up.
And, binary neutral. Non-binary, yeah.
I looked it up because I wanted to be like very, very politically correct on when we discussed this.
You're absolutely right. And I apologize. And that's because this is all new to me, okay? This is coming around in the last, I've really started to pay attention to it in the last decade, okay? And I'm old, people. I mean, I'm serious.
He's old.
I qualify for an AARP card, you know?
He gets a membership to the magazine.
I go grocery shopping on Wednesdays. I get 5% off, okay? I'm just saying it. That's how old I am. So this is all new to me. And again, -10 problem with this. This is great. This is fine. Having said that, they're very open about it in this series. I mean, they, I guess it's episode 2 or 3. Whenever Evelyn, Alien, I don't know what her Evelyn, no, Lynn. When Lynn, Abby's best friend, Lynn.
Alvia Lynn,
okay, whatever. When she goes to rescue Abby. From she plays Leah. That's who she plays, right? Yeah.
Yeah, just say those names.
Yeah, Leah. Anyway, she goes to rescue Leah from Tall Pines or whatever it's called, this institution. What am I missing it?
No, I just know how much you hated watching any of this.
It's Tall Pines. I don't know where that came from. Our system's all screwed up here. I hung up on them. Anyway, and then she gets, like Ted said, she gets taken in as a student there, and it's not really a student because there's no academia, as we can tell.
No, there's no class. It's just a prison.
It's just all brainwashing 101, 102, 104, and then 201, 202, and so forth. Until you get what do they call it? Lifted?
Yeah.
You lifted or something?
You're lifted.
When you're a senior. That's your graduation when you get lifted. So that means you've gone under the full brainwash process and you've passed the test as we have now mind control over you.
Is the best actor in this?
I'm just going to go back real quick. They don't try to hide the fact that Mae Martin's character plays a non-binary character in this movie. So when Ted and I are discussing this and anything particular about Mae Martin, Mae, if you're listening, or somebody that's a friend of her, especially with me, because like I said, this is all new to me. Please forgive me, okay? And I can't, they. I'm going to try they as the non-binary term when I discuss anything with her. All right. Now that we got that out of the way, back to the show.
The best actor in this show was the girl that played Stacy, the one that was being lifted. You know?
Yeah. Right.
Isolde Artis. Whatever it is, but she was a nut.
All right. On that note, let's do this to our listeners out there, and you do what you want, and because I'm that kind of guy. But you know what? If you want an opinion, and this is all this is an opinion, do society and idiots like me, and I'll say it because I there are people out there that can't do names. It's a real thing, It's not that we're stupid, but for some reason we have trouble with words, more specifically nouns, right? I mean, I still battle with where, when, and went, and those were all tough for me growing up. It's not dyslexia; it's a real problem. So there's nothing wrong with Bob. There's nothing wrong with Jane. Okay, Mary's good too. All right, but ISOLDE, I don't know what that is.
I think it's Isolde.
I get there. I think. I'm cool with Gwyneth out there naming her child Apple. That's great. I know what an apple is. Good for you. Thank you, Gwyneth, for doing that. All right? All right. So, you're right. Isolde Artis.
Yeah.
She was very good.
She was a nutball.
She pulled it off well. She did it great. Yeah, I think Toni Collette, she did a good job, too. She freaked me out.
There's almost nobody working right now that's as good as Toni Collette.
And Sydney Topliff, Abby.
She did great. I think everybody did great.
Everybody, Sarah Gadden, everybody. The acting in this is good. There's no bad acting.
How many episodes did you watch?
All of it.
You watched all of it, you beast.
All 8 episodes. So every minute of it.
I don't want to spoil a thing because I thought it was interesting, but what I do want to do is say admit the end is a little anticlimactic, so there better be... there's going to be, I guess, another season, I guess.
I hope not.
It's set up like that, isn't it?
All right, well, here's the thing is, this show should have never been a series.
It would have been a better movie.
It would have been a much better movie. It should have been an hour, hour 45 tops.
Even 2 hours.
I'm not going there because I just don't do 2 hours.
Because you could have opened it with the 2 kids doing drugs, and then they come down and they just put them in a car.
They did. Let's just put it in perspective. As I feel, they took what should have been an hour and a half, hour 45-minute top movie, and they turned it into about 7 hours.
That's the new thing. And
that's wrong. I don't know, episode 4, episode 5. I was sitting there thinking to myself, all right, this is something that streaming services are doing now, and we just kind of did it with the Black Rabbit, right? And that is, there's an A to a B, and there's a lot of little stories in between. But, I remember when dramas, thrillers, those kind of things in episodic format, every episode was something different. This is the same thing for 8 episodes, the same story.
I have a riddle for you.
So, riddle me, Rat.
Did you see, and I need to finish Black Rabbit. I'm going to do that this weekend. I'm going to finish it this weekend.
I got 1 episode left.
I have 5. But
I'm
sure it gets dark.
I kudos to Jason Bateman and Jude Law and the actors involved. It's just wonderful. And all 4 different directors put this together.
Well, here's what I saw. Because I know my number and all this. It looks good. It was directed well. It was written okay. You're correct. It should have been what happened to a 3-part miniseries? Why can't we just do that? Here's an hour, here's an hour, here's an hour. There's almost no story that needs more than like this.
This is ridiculous.
This should have been a 3-part miniseries.
I'm sticking with movie. You can stick with that. That's
but
fine.
Either
That's
or,
fine. It doesn't matter. I mean, neither one of us are wrong.
Right, but
because we're saying we're both right. This should have never been an 8-episode, 45-minute episode series.
But I did enjoy it.
Never.
I know you didn't enjoy it. I can tell. But
I ended up watching the last 6 episodes basically as a block.
Did you?
Yeah.
I watched the first 2 in a row, and then I was like, all right, I got to go to bed. I think I watched them after whatever we watched 2 weeks ago. Because I had told you about it, and you were like, oh, okay, let's try to stick with blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay. Yeah. Then I ran through 4 of them in a row. It's a pretty addictive show to keep you watching.
Yeah, if you say so.
I thought so. It's the concept of it. But what I was going to say to you that's completely off topic is we're talking about the length of these things. Did you see when Stranger Things drops at the beginning of November? Did you see it?
No.
There's 8 episodes. Uh-huh. They're all an hour and 45 to 2.5 hours long. I was like,
that's crazy.
I was like, I'm out. I'm not watching this.
That's crazy.
That means 8 features.
That's crazy.
And also, you talk about like mining a story that was done in 2 seasons.
Yeah, this is one of the things that Ted and I kind of wrestled with in the beginning of this. By the way, what is today? Today's the 10th. All right. Now, anyway.
Almost our anniversary?
It was almost our anniversary, 3 years.
Is that silver?
3? I don't know. I don't know. It's beer, eh?
Eh?
It's beer and donut. Eh?
Is that point great outdoors?
Great outdoors.
Always be right like that.
Little Kings. Elsinore. Anyway, we wrestled when we started the show here. Okay, how long are we going to make this? Because when people sit down and they do podcasts, you got to have some idea of how long your show is going to be, right? And we wrestled with it. We said, let's make it 15 minutes or 30 minutes, and we said an hour and all that. And we settled on we're going to hit with 30 minutes, right? Mm-hmm. And I don't know anybody who makes it through at a sitting an hour-long or 2-hour-long podcast. I mean, they stop it, they start it, they just, maybe they're breaking each episode down into their own little series or whatever. But I just don't function that way. So what I'm saying is, you guys at the streaming services, Netflix in this particular case, you guys really got to think about that, because this was a prime example of this was just too much. This was too much.
But that's every series they do. I mean, I'll give it to them. I mean, I heard that Ed Gein monster movie or monster show they just came out with is horrifically bad. Like, I heard it's not good. I don't know.
Okay. I don't know. I haven't watched it, so.
I know it's the guy from Sons of Anarchy talking like this. I saw the trailer.
Okay.
But maybe it's good. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know.
I like this. I'm sorry.
I can't say that I liked it. I'm not going to say that I disliked it. But it did nothing for me. Okay. And here, as I always say, this is how I measure how good something is if it invokes an emotion in you or a reaction. Everything that happened in this was more of a reaction, because every time something happened that was dramatic or was, tilted on the edge of thriller, it made me say, that's stupid. Okay, that was good, right? It didn't make me go, oh, that made me angry. That frustrates me, or, oh, good for her. No, it didn't. It didn't do any of that. It just invoked reactions. It was emotionless series, and that to me, that's boring.
Well,
so I'm just saying that this is boring. There's nothing spectacular. They left so much out there that was a climax in a build. Here, I'll give you a scene right here, and it's not a spoiler by any means, because I really thought that they were going to build off of this. And I'm going to say it was in episode 2, maybe 3. Anyway, they're having a dinner. This Evelyn Wade character played by Toni Collette, she's the head mistress of this academy that brainwashes kids. And she comes over and has dinner with Mae Martin's character, Alex, and his wife, Sarah Gadden, Laura, because they're actually staying in her house.
Yeah, it's one of her houses.
It's one of her houses, right? And so she says, "Hey, I'd like how about another bottle, meaning wine." And so Alex, played by Mae Martin, goes down into the cellar to get another bottle of wine, which the cellar's completely empty, and it was just a box sitting on a table down there. But she notices there's a pool of blood on the floor, and she looks up and she sees this spot on the ceiling. Now, I'm not going to say why and how, but there is a correlation and a reason that Mae Martin's character didn't freak out when she saw that, because she understood it. And you find out earlier why that is, right? But as she walks out of there, and of course she looks up, she sees the spot on the ceiling in the basement, the blood on the floor, and she walks out, and then the camera does a little push with her as she's walking out, but it tilts up, and on the ceiling you see all these different blood stains up there. Okay? That was it. They left that completely open.
I will say this. They very much want you to think it's supernatural, and it's not supernatural. You know what I mean? They very much lean you down this like supernatural road, but the truth is like it's not.
It's a lot of pulling the tablecloth off the table and leaving everything there. Here's another thing. When they first move into this house, again, not a spoiler, because just like the door, it leads nowhere. They go down into the basement, or actually into this outbuilding. This outbuilding's got a basement in it, right? They get down there, and there's a door on the wall that's just painted there. But it looks so realistic, right? And they try to make you think that there's a door because they don't touch it.
But it's just a drawing.
But they don't realize that at first. And they leave it like, there's a secret passage, right? And then you walk away from it. And then that's it. That's it. You find out later about all the door drawings, and there's a little thing about doors and going into doors, and
I can't wait to hear your score
and on that and all that. But they left it, and now we're talking about a house here, a piece of property that technically is on the campus of this academy where these kids are all being brainwashed, and on top of that, the house used to be the house that the head mistress lived in.
So I liked this but that's what they're doing. They're keeping me hooked till the end when I go, well, you didn't pay anything off, which is the problem. But there was a documentary that came out this year about a school like this. And I watched it. And I mean, that made me interested in this.
All right. Well, this is what's wrong with society as I see it. I mean, this is not one of those things that we as a society need to be thinking about right now. I mean, it's just, let's not highlight the crap that's out in the world. Okay?
There's a lot of it.
Let's put a little sunshine on the flowers, right? We have such a hard time doing that these days. And this is not sunshine by any means. I'm sorry. It's just not. If you think you're going to, all right, I'm gonna stop
If you think what? I'm listening.
No, I just, let's get to some scores.
Okay.
I'm a 5.2 on this thing.
I'm a 6.9.
I mean, I'm a don't watch.
Well, 6.9 is a little high. I'm a 6.4. Yeah.
I'm a, I don't watch. It's not that good. It should have been no more than an hour and a half, 45 minutes in a single sit down and been done with it. They just dragged everything out. I mean, and you know what? We just did that Mark Wahlberg Play Dirty.
Yep.
There's another one. I mean, this is an example of why are we just dragging crap out? I mean, we live in a world today where it's YouTube and Instagram and TikTok, We live in 3-4 minute chunks.
It's interesting. It's interesting that you say that. That is a great point. It's like, yeah. So you're making every movie way longer and every series a drawn-out movie for the most part, but you also are giving us a limit of 1 minute that we can watch a reel before it shifts to something else. It's like it's weird.
Yeah.
Oh, buddy.
Are you ready for this, though?
Oh, buddy.
Are you ready for this?
Yes.
All right. This is not easy for me to say, but I'm going to say it. Kevin Hart, if you're listening, or anybody around him, he was right when he did those
Quibi.
Yeah, those Hart movies. What was it? What was a?
Well, when he shot a whole series of 4-minute movie and he just lumped it all together into one big scene. What else was he going to do? They'd already paid for it all.
You won.
Well, he did what he had to do. He's like, well, I've got 30 episodes of a 5-minute movie.
What was that called? That's great.
Something Heart of Action or something.
Yeah, oh, what was that? That was so funny. That was Die Hard.
Die Hard.
I knew there was a spin on it somewhere. Oh my gosh! All right, there you go, Kevin. You win. That's what should have been done. Now, what were you going?
I was saying the Toxic Avenger is available for rental. And I'm like, oh boy, I'm gonna rent this thing. I got excited.
Not that it matters here, okay, but let's just go to our tomato meters on this show.
Sure.
Wayward. All right, this right here proves that tomato meter critics have no clue what they're doing. They've given this a 78, right? A 7.8. Whereas the viewers have given this a 4.6. So that's a lot of disconnect on it, and I think IMDb was a 5.9. Yeah, that's what it was.
I mean, IMDb is always between 4 and 7. It doesn't matter.
It does not matter.
I was looking at something on IMDb today, and I looked up Bob Trevino. Mm-hmm. We won 35 international awards at film festivals. 86 people gave it a 1. 86. And I'm like, out of thousands of reviews, 86 of you thought this was such a terrible movie, it gets a 1.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so IMDb is no longer an acceptable...
Well, no, look, here, but let's just say it. Ted's in, Bob Trevino likes it. With John
Leguizamo and Barbara Ferreira.
Thank you. Matter of fact, Streaming Without a Paddle put a shout out on one of the things about Bob Trevino, right?
You did. You were good.
And Bob and John, he responded back. I love it. Thank you, John. If you're listening, that was great. We here at Streaming Without a Paddle really appreciate it. But here, we didn't review it, and we can't review it because Ted's in it, and it would be biased. But on Rotten Tomatoes, the tomato meter here, look at this. Critics 9.5, the audience 9.8. Okay, bam, boom, just whatever you want to say there.
IMDb.
All right. Now nothing is ever over 7 on IMDb. You ready for this? 7.5.
Fun fact, Killers of the Flower Moon is 7.1.
I agree. Ted's in that.
I'm also in that for 5.5 seconds.
As well. So, but there you go.
No, it's just funny. When I looked that up, I'm like, you went out of your way to give this movie, 86 of you in the United States, a 1. Like, that's why I always say to you, right? I'm always like, look, I'm not going below 50. Because it's like...
Oh, I'll go below 50.
Oh, but I know you will.
But, I don't think I could ever give a 1. I think my lowest score has been in the 3s. A 3.4.
I think it's a 4. I thought you did a 4.
That. Something, but never, ever.
So yeah,
ever would I do that.
I did watch. Did I talk about VHS Halloween?
Yeah, I think you mentioned that.
I did. Yeah, I watched that last week.
I mean, I mean, out of 1,000 people, look at this. Oh, well, it's actually up more than 1,000, Ted. I mean, goodness gracious, 17.2% of the people who watched this gave this a 17, or gave it 10 stars. 14.4% gave Bob Trevino 9 stars. Here we go. Boom, boom, boom.
It's just the bottom three. The bottom three, I'm like, you are ridiculous to give this movie that.
28% out of 1,400 people gave this a 28%, or 20%, 28% of the voters here gave it an 8, right? 23%, which encompassed 1,100 voters, gave it a 7. I mean, so everything's right there. 7, 8, 9, 10, and then 88 people gave it a 1. That's crazy.
That is crazy. Even if it's just crazy. Yeah. Anyway, what'd you give this movie again?
5.2. The series?
Yeah.
5.2.
I gave it a 6.4.
It's not scary. It's not. There's nothing thriller about it. And there's not. And I mean, other than the performances, which were spot on. I mean, don't get me wrong. And the cast, anybody out there listening, you guys did a great job. This isn't your fault, okay? This is just badly written.
I enjoyed a lot of it. It's just it didn't pay off in the end.
I don't know who wrote it, but it says it's created by Mae Martin. So
a room full of people.
Well, there's problem number 1. So...
AI, I want you to write me a script about a school for, who knows? Yeah. Then we'll punch it up.
A school for brainwashing. Anyway, all right. Anything else, Ted?
No.
I'm a don't waste your time on this.
If you like weird culty school things, then you should watch it.
Yeah, I'm a don't. Anyway. All right. Well, guys, once again, we appreciate you being here, and tell your friends, and don't forget to like or subscribe to our social. That really, really, really helps. And until next week, I'm Andrew.
And I'm Ted.